Ever since the App Store's first launch in 2008, millions of people have channeled their creativity to produce their own apps on the App Store. And of course, with this many apps on the App Store, there ought to be some that are too creepy to download. So yeah, in my last video, I made a video about 8 scary apps that are too creepy to download. And we talked about apps from apps that are disguised as a child's app to apps that send threatening messages. So I've now decided to make a part 2. So here are more apps that are too creepy to download. Find the Difference is pretty much like any other Spot the Difference game, where you try to spot the difference between photos that look similar but are really not. When hearing this, you might think it's just a normal, innocent, lighthearted game of Spot the Difference, but instead, it's the polar opposite of a normal game of Spot the Difference. You see, after finding the difference, you don't get a reward or anything. Instead, you get a terrifying jump scare, which in my opinion is pretty cruel to people who just want to play a normal game of Spot the Difference, but instead they get a jump scare instead of a reward after spotting the difference. It even received bad reviews. In fact, the reviews were so horrible that they ended up changing the name of the game to Scary Prank Jump Scare. In my opinion, I'm glad they changed it, because this would be really cruel to people who just want to play a normal game of Spot the Difference. Camster Pro 2 is an app that allows you to spy on people who also have this app as well. But however, it's not recommended because other people who have this app can watch you. So if you're afraid of being watched, then it's best you don't install this app. Chinese Play Store. The name of this app on the market was a name in Chinese that translates to Playmark. This Chinese Play Store is a disguise of the original Play Store app. It tricks people into clicking it, making them see a picture that's gory. By the way, this app is a virus. In fact, when opening it, you will see a gory picture of a man with a destroyed face. Here, I'll show the face, but if you don't want to look at it, then skip to the timestamp shown on the screen. As you can imagine, this kind of thing would definitely be pretty startling for someone to look at. In case if you're curious, the man was actually a man who was a part of a bear attack in India, and this picture of him was taken in 2019. There's also another picture of the man, but without the destroyed face, but the face is kind of distorted. I wish I could show it, but unfortunately I can't find the picture anywhere on the internet. But if you find it, let me know in the comments below. And this man face would show up the minute you open the app. And no matter what you do, you can't close the app. So yeah, that's how the Chinese Play Store worked. It was later taken down. Charlie the Steak. Charlie the Steak is a mobile game which it takes place in a kitchen with a talking steak, where the main goal of the game is to torture the steak as humanly as possible. And it was created by a company called Dynamic Dust, and it was later taken down from the App Store because it was a 32-bit app, and Apple recently created an update where every app that was a 32-bit application needed to be updated to work on 64-bit devices, or they would be removed from the App Store. And then later, sometime, it was removed from the App Store because it wasn't updated. Until very recently, sometime in either 2023 or 2024, they decided to, the company behind Charlie the Steak decided to update it so it can work on 64-bit devices, allowing it to work on 64-bit devices. And the reason why I featured it in this video is because the visuals of the game is kind of creepy. So if you want a game like this to solve your boredom, you should definitely check this out on the App Store. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you're new, turn on notifications, and maybe even share this with a friend or two. And I know I don't really post that often, but someday I really wish I could make it up to you guys. Anyways, I'm BP Horror, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.